All right, episode 29 of Band Fights, and we got a great matchup today. I'm Eddie, joined today by
Warts
and
Todd.
Best intro ever. Yeah, for those that are watching, Bobby Rock couldn't be here again.
How's the surgery going?
Last I heard, Bobby Rock was on his way to Kabul, Afghanistan, clinging to the outside of the wing of a plane. So we all hope he makes it there safely. I don't know if he's joining the Taliban or what. I don't know what he's up to, but
Too soon.
Anyway, so we got a great matchup today, but before we get into that, let's explain how band fights work. We take each band's top 5 on Spotify. We match up song 1 versus song 1, song 2 versus song 2, and so on for 5 songs. Our panelist will then pick the best song in each matchup to determine the point. The first band to amass 3 points will be declared the winner and move on in the tournament. We will provide links to the songs in the description of the YouTube video. We have also set up Spotify playlists so you can play along at home. Simply search for Idiot on Spotify. Click the profile and then access the playlist for the episode you are listening to. You can then switch back and forth seamlessly between the two programs, and you will be listening to the exact same versions that we did when we made our decisions. Don't forget, visit www.bandfights.com for past matchups and other bracket information. So today's matchup, we've got Blue Oyster Cult, BOC, taking on Oasis.
Nice.
So Oasis once said that they were bigger than the Beatles. Let's see if they're bigger than the Blue Oyster Cult.
Wait a minute. If they're bigger than the Beatles and John Lennon was bigger than Jesus, does that mean Oasis is bigger than Jesus?
I think they're bigger than all religion.
Wow.
In total.
Wow. Their egos is.
Yeah.
They got some good songs.
They do.
Yep.
They do. I'm not quite the Beatles, but
No, I don't think so. No. Not the longevity, not the catalog, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're another band where you got to try and overcome your personal dislike for the Gallagher brothers. They're just tools. They really are.
I don't think they ever lived up to the promise either. Their first album was pretty huge, and I think they kind of just continually had a downward spiral.
Yeah, they're a band where their biggest hits I actively don't like. Some of their under catalog stuff I really do like.
Okay.
Which is not going to help them because obviously Spotify is going to have their biggest hits up. So
Well, not always, right? I mean,
not always, but yeah, we've seen. But it's, I mean, at least 3 of the top 5 are going to be their biggest hits. So, and full disclosure, I'm a huge Blue Oyster Cult fan. I love.
So you're
that
biased.
band. Yeah.
You have unconscious bias.
No, I have No, it's conscious.
Well,
I'm
conscious.
aware that I'm biased towards them, and I don't care.
Okay. And you don't care.
So
Fair enough.
yeah, so for BOC, we're gonna get into some maximum cowbell with "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Nice.
And for Oasis, it's gonna be Wonderwall. Well, that was an interesting matchup. Not really. I'll go first. It's "Don't Fear the Reaper." There's no contest. Wonderwall, I know it has probably 1 trillion streams, and it probably has 5 times as many streams as "Don't Fear the Reaper." Wonderwall's that's a terrible song. I don't like it. I actively do not like that song. And "Don't Fear the Reaper," I mean, how can you not think of Will Ferrell smashing that cowbell and Christopher Walken coming out and going, "I got a prescription, and the only thing that'll cure me is more cowbell."
More cowbell.
So I mean, like that's Don't Fear the Reaper's the classic of all classics. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't hate Wonderwall as much as you do.
Well, you're wrong. You're
I'm
for not
wrong.
hating
I'm
it.
wrong. I got a bad opinion.
You got to
in this case.
embrace the hate.
But I'm definitely not going to vote for it. So don't get too afraid.
Yeah, okay. No, it's fine.
But yeah, Don't Fear the Reaper is an awesome song. It's just got that I don't know, it's a mystery about it, and just kind of the idea of it, the topic of it is kind of cool and scary and mysterious. And then, of course, yes, how do you get the vision of the cowbell out of your head from Saturday Night Live, that famous sketch? So not that has anything to do with voting for the song.
No.
It just, but no, it's a great song.
It's just one more endearing thing about that song.
And I like how it it goes kind of the standard beginning of the song, and it goes into that kind of really kind of eerie guitar solo, and then back to kind of the original. So it's a pretty cool song. So my vote is for Don't Fear the Reaper.
Todd?
And I know we keep saying Saturday Night Live, but for me, Don't Fear the Reaper, I think of the classic horror movie Halloween, where it's playing in the car, and that I always think of that first. I don't know why, because Halloween's
That's
one of
in
my
Halloween?
favorite. It's in Halloween.
Which part?
Yes,
Like,
when they're driving in the car, the girls are driving in the car. You can hear it in the radio.
That's
It's
awesome.
playing. Yeah, so I always think of Halloween because I watch that every Halloween, and it's always been a favorite of mine. That song, I mean, it's just, and I love the Saturday Night Live skit. Now it's blown up even more so, but even before that, I can honestly say I've always had an affection for that song. Wonderwall, I was telling the guys during the break, first year university, that song and the Macarena played over and over and over and over and over again, and I just got so sick of Wonderwall. I really I can't stand the song at all. I never have liked it. So this was an easy slam dunk for me, and it looks like for all of us 3-0 there.
Yes.
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, BOC up 1-0 in the matchup, and that was a unanimous decision on the first song. So we'll move on to song number 2. For BOC, it's going to be Burning for You, and for Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. All right, BOC is up 1-0, and let's see if Oasis can make a comeback. Todd, can Oasis make a comeback?
You know what? I enjoyed that song a lot more than Wonderwall. It's a decent song. I'll give Oasis credit. Burning for You, though, it's going to get my vote. It's just a classic rock song. It's I've always enjoyed that song. It never gets old for me. So Blue Oyster Cult gets my vote again.
All right. Well, I'm going to go next because I'm going to go the other way. I really like that. That's probably one of my favorite Oasis songs. I think it's really good. It's really catchy. I don't really like his voice in most songs, but in that song it works. Burning for You, I'm a huge Blue Oyster Cult fan. That song has never really done too much for me. I mean, it's got all the elements of a great classic rock song.
Has it been overplayed? Do you think that's part of it?
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's just something about that song. It's never really clicked for me. So I'm gonna give my vote to Oasis. So
to me.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I think I'm going to lean back to my biased classic rock roots. I really enjoy Burning for You. Don't Look Back in Anger is a good song, and I think there's other Oasis songs I like better, but we'll see if they're actually in here. But yeah, I really like Blue Oyster Cult. I like the kind of feel of that song. I like how there's feels like a little bit of a reggae kind of vibe, but it doesn't kind of go over the top into too much reggae. And I don't know, there's a lot going on in that song. So I'm going to vote for Burning for You.
All right, BOC is up to, they're up 2-0 now. So we're going to move on to song number 3. And song number 3 for BOC, it's going to be Godzilla.
Oh.
And for Oasis, Champagne Supernova.
Oh.
Wow. This might be a real quick one. Well, except for me, I'm going to drone on about how amazing Godzilla is.
Okay, go.
I'm a huge Godzilla fan, like the movies. And then the Blue Oyster Cult song Godzilla it's my favorite BOC song. It's the best. Like it's so great. Champagne Supernova sucks, which makes this even easier. Like, Champagne Supernova is just as bad as Wonderwall. It's terrible. It's everything I hate about Oasis. And Godzilla is amazing. I love like the old Godzilla movie. I grew up with the Godzilla movies. Saturday matinees on Fox 29.
Yes.
This isn't a no contest. Wortman?
Yeah, I agree. That song captures the essence of those movies. Just love that line about walks by and tears the high tension wires down. It's awesome. Just think of those guys in those crazy ass monster suits flying through the air, drop kicks from like 20 feet across the room. Wicked
my
stuff.
favorite ever is Godzilla sliding on his tail to drop kick the one monster, and then the other monster picks him up, holds him again, and then Godzilla does it twice, which makes it even more ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah, it's like a matchup. So Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla, Oasis is Bambi, and it's just stomped, dead,
Bambi.
done, finished.
Man.
Yeah, no, to actually write a song about Godzilla and actually deliver a song that's fun and it gives you good feelings, just like the movies do. Yeah, no contest.
So according to Ed, Godzilla wins 300 million to 0 over Champagne Supernova, which seems accurate to me.
All right.
It seems about right. So BOC up 3-0. So they're moving on in this tournament.
Yeah, I guess.
And we'll see if Oasis, they're bigger than the Beatles. They're bigger than who's bigger than Jesus.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can even eke out a single point against Blue Oyster Cult. So for song 4, Then Came the Last Days of May for Blue Oyster Cult, and Stop Crying Your Heart Out for Oasis. All right, Blue Oyster Cult already moved on in the tournament. Can Oasis stop the juggernaut that is BOC?
Then came the last days of Oasis.
Wortman, go ahead, take lead off.
All right, I'm going to vote for Then Came the Last Days of May. First time I've heard that song. It's not the greatest. It is better than Stop Crying Your Heart Out. And it's not a bad song. It was okay. I don't know. I don't have much more to say. That's my vote.
All right. I'm going to agree with you. Then Came the Last Days of May, like you were saying. Not the best BOC song. I like off the top of my head, I can think of 10 songs that are better than it, but that I like better than it.
Yeah.
But it was okay. That Oasis song is garbage.
It was just dragging on.
Yeah, it's just I can't take his voice. It's just they're not bigger than anything. They're not bigger than BOC for sure. So, Todd?
Yeah, both songs were just kind of flat for me, but there's no question I would rather listen to the worst Blue Oyster Cult song over any Oasis song.
This is feeling like the Stained episode.
Yeah, it's
We
kind of like
started
we're just dumping
on Oasis.
Yeah. Oasis I think they'd have a chance against Stain, but BOC's great though.
Yep.
So, all right, well, it's 4-0. Can they complete the sweep? Well, we'll see when the last song in this matchup, it's going to be BOC with Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll and Oasis with Live Forever. All right, BOC going for the shutout.
Let's finish this off.
Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll, Live Forever for Oasis.
Oasis on flame with defeat.
Yeah.
Well, they're already defeated, but is it going to be a shutout? Todd, is it going to be a shutout?
For me, it is a shutout. Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll is such a cool song. It's so cool. Live Forever, I'll give Oasis a little bit of credit here. Out of the 5 songs I heard, that one's probably the one that wasn't as bad as the other ones. But Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll you can't beat that one. It's so cool.
For me, that Oasis song was not great. Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll is such a dirty, like, classic rock feel to it. It's just like that dirty guitar riff is so great. And the lyrics, like everything about that song is great. Oasis, see you later.
Yeah.
Agreed. Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll. Another vote. 3-0. Oasis. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they had couple of good songs for the time, but no, you got that wrong, Ed. But yeah, it's no contest. Blue Oyster Cult all the way.
Yeah. So, Blue Oyster Cult with a 5-0 shutout here
This is a
of Oasis.
trouncing.
Yeah, just a embarrassment for
Did you
Oasis.
see that coming?
I thought Oasis would take a point or something. But again, coming in, I thought you were actually an Oasis.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you liked them but yeah, it's not just that their songs are inferior to Blue Oyster Cult; they're unlikable too.
Yeah.
Like they really are. They're like cocky and yeah, they don't have the chops to back it up. That cockiness. So, I mean, I never got Oasis. Like I never got what made them really popular.
And they couldn't hold it together, so
Yeah, I mean
maybe
the brothers.
they get there, but I don't know. They didn't. So
Yeah, like those Blue Oyster, like Godzilla, Don't Fear the Reaper.
and all of those songs had their own different kind of
Yeah,
feel, which is really
you were
cool.
saying like
Yeah.
there's not it's not like an AC/DC where you go, okay,
Yeah.
this is the same
Every
band
song's
over,
the same,
or the
yeah.
Ramones where it's
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
riff
yeah, yeah.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like Blue Oyster Cult's pretty diverse in it's still rock, like classic rock, but it's very different every
Yep.
song.
And it's a rock tournament, and they had 3 classic rock songs, like staples of rock radio. Oasis, I don't think any of those songs could classify as rock.
Well, I mean, Wonderwall's like it's
Yeah.
probably got 1 billion streams on Spotify. Like it's
Yes, but
like you can't underplay how popular that song is worldwide. But I mean,
But as a rock band, Blue
But-
Oyster Cult, yeah, there's...
yeah, I mean, we don't have to vote just for the rock songs. We can vote for just the song we think is better. But
Which we did.
Yeah, which we did. Don't Fear the Reaper is a better song than Wonderwall.
Yep.
There's no question. I mean, I'll fist fight anybody that has the other opinion. But yeah, I mean, those 5 songs for Blue Oyster Cult. The 4th song, The Last Days of May. It wasn't great. That might be the Achilles heel going forward. But the
Sure.
other 4 songs are. Yeah, I mean they're right up there.
Yep.
They can stand toe to toe with any band. So yeah. Any other thoughts on this, Todd?
No, that was just pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll bring this episode to a close. Don't forget to
Smash that like button.
share and subscribe to this channel. Leave us a comment. If you're an Oasis fan and you think they really are bigger than the Beatles,
Yep.
Go ahead and heap a bunch of hate on us. You're wrong, but we do like to hear it. Yeah, so I guess next week we got another interesting matchup. We got Queens of the Stone Age
Nice.
taking on T-Rex. So that's an interesting matchup. T-Rex is I think kind of an underrated band. They were really active in the 70s and they got a lot of songs that you'll hear that you've heard before. So but
Should be fun.
Queens of the Stone Age, they're contemporary, but they're really good.
Yeah. They got some good
So-
songs.
Check us out next week on Band Fights.